Okay, this is chapter 16. It shows here, and this is the second to the last chapter of our macroeconomics course, and it is not an analytic biggie, but it is a biggie in terms of content and importance, and it's on the monetary system. Now, in this chapter, we will look for the answers to these questions. What assets are considered money? What are the functions of money? The types of money? What is the Federal Reserve? What role do banks play in the monetary system? How do banks create money? And how does the Federal Reserve control the money supply? I like to think that this chapter has three big parts. One is money itself. Two is the Fed and the role the Fed has to play in the economy. And three is this role of banks. How do banks create money? It's something called fractional reserve banking. Okay, our first part. What is money and why is it important? Now, without money is the thing that we have, the bills and currency. Trade would require barter, the exchange of one good or service for another. Every transaction would require a double coincidence of wants, the unlikely occurrence that two people each have a good that the other wants. Most people would have to spend time searching for others to trade with, a huge waste of resources. In other words, if I had stamps to trade and I wanted fruit, I would have to find somebody who has fruit to trade, but that would want stamps. Money makes this a lot easier because I can trade my stamps for money and then use that money to buy fruit from somebody who sells fruit. We both value the money. That money is something that serves to give value to both the fruits and the stamps. Now, money has three functions. Money is, number one, a medium of exchange. It is, as it says here, an item buyers give to sellers when they want to purchase goods and services, and it is a means of acceptance. It is a unit of account, the yardstick people use to post prices and record debts. And unit of account is, another way of looking at it, is as a measure of value. How we determine something is valuable is by the money price we give to it. And it is a store of value, an item people can use to transfer purchasing power from the present to the future. So when I get money, I can put that money away, and that money will have value after I put it away. Now, in the extreme case, when there is extreme hyperinflation, that may not necessarily happen. I'm forced to spend my money immediately, but when there's not hyperinflation, money can indeed serve as a store of value. Okay, there are two kinds of money. Commodity money, money that takes form of a commodity with intrinsic value. Example, gold coins, cigarettes in POW camps. This commodity money has intrinsic value so that it can be used for something else. Gold can be used for other things other than the exchange of money. Cigarettes can be used in other means other than exchange, obviously for smoking. Fiat money is money without intrinsic value. There it is. It has no value. It's just paper, except when government decrees that it does have value. Now, you can theoretically print as much fiat money as you want, but that could debase the value of each unit of currency. Commodity money, there is a limit. You're limited by the amount of the commodity that is out there. That doesn't mean that there can't be inflation with commodity money. If there's too much of the commodity out there, the value of it as a currency goes down. And that's precisely what happened when the Spanish conquistadors brought all the gold back from South America and Mexico. Not only did they destroy the native civilizations, they also caused a massive inflation in their own country. Okay, the money supply, or money stock, is the quantity of money available in the economy. And what assets should be considered part of the money supply? Two candidates. One is obviously currency, and the other is demand deposits. So people putting money in the bank by writing a check, they can get that money on demand. That is a demand deposit, and both are considered money. Measures of the money supply: M1, currency demand deposits and other checkable deposits. M1 was equal to 1.4 trillion in June 2008. And M2, everything in M1 plus savings deposits, small time deposits, money market mutual funds, and a few minor categories. M2 was 7.7 trillion. And the distinction between M1 and M2 usually will not matter when we talk about the money supply in this course. So money is money.